I never been one to ever threaten anybody. But man, somebody pissed me off so much that I was threatening. Well, you know what happened was, I had to go to court. I got arrested years ago, 7 years ago. First time virtually ever in my life that I got arrested for anything pretty serious. But I never actually did anything wrong. It was a self-defense. I never insinuated the situation. Nothing ever that I did that I had done, right? I was just working on the computer. But at the time when it came to the point he was choking me so much, I said, I don't care how much time I'm gonna have to do or something like that. He's choking me so bad or whatever. I got to do something about this, and that's what happened when I had to self-defend myself. It was horrible. And I didn't have to shoot him. I didn't shoot him. He pepper sprayed him. I pepper sprayed him. It was horrible anyways. Not the pepper spray. That was nothing, really. The guy washed it out. He was fine after that. He was even having sex with people. He was doing all types of stuff. Phil, he was having sex at the courthouse. So that was the first kind of stuff that was happening against the law. There was all these sexual things happening. I didn't get the charges completely dropped. They offered me a plea deal first, which I didn't mind the plea deal they dropped some charges, but they said, all right, you can do, I'd never been to jail, so I said, all right, I'll do 4 months in jail. Like I've never been to jail before. So I did 4 months in jail because I accepted the plea deal, but really I did nothing wrong. And then, but I had worried, I said, if I accept this plea deal, I wonder if the police are gonna well, I didn't really do anything wrong. It just in court, but when the police look at it, there's still, charges that were dropped are still in the histories and all that, to where I'm being falsely judged. He went from being a kid in school and saving all his money, right? I got out of school. I generally did all the schooling. And I just didn't finish high school. But even if a kid doesn't finish high school, he's got all the schooling. I even was at middle school graduation in Linden. So I got to go to middle school graduation. Not everybody made it to high school graduation. I even attended middle school graduation. I shook the hands of the people, everything. Like, these people were like family. And they still are. A lot of them are still around. But man, you got to watch the jail. It's a learning experience, they say, but it's not a fun learning experience. It's the complete opposite. It's the worst. And then, like they say, it'll ride with you your whole life or whatever. Even when it's a self-defense. And that was unjust. I mean, I had probation, I finished it. But they kept making up these fake charges, kept doing all these fake things to me. Like, saying I did this, saying I did that. We came from an Amish family where, see, they forget that. My Auntie Carolyn Longbottom, she's not from Brampton. We are originally from an Amish family in Hillsburg. And when a man has to work with his woman, who happened to be Carolyn, it was supposed to stay in the family. But Carolyn since moved to Brampton, and she wants to act, well, no, she knows she's at the last of days. And today's the day after the Queen Elizabeth died, and Carolyn is like the utmost fan of the royal family. That's where we came from. We were English men and women. We had English. We had a lot of English in us. She made her duty to always have the tea and the crumpets when she would watch the royal regard or what have you. Well, she watched the wedding. She wouldn't watch every queen or nothing like that, but when it came to the banquets and the royal, I didn't even watch the wedding. But she was my Auntie Carolyn. She was old. She's 60-something years old. And that's how she does it. But since the Queen's passed, I know that she would have something to say about it. But you don't have to hear her because you can hear me. But if you want to hear her, she's in Brampton. But we need more people like that. Speak up. Start recording what you have to say. Because nobody in the world knows you. And, well, they know me and people like me, but you can be like me. You have to click record and then, or stream or whatever. And then all the stuff you usually do will be all over the world, and you'll be respected as this man or a woman in the world, or animal, or children. My dad never put parental controls on any of my stuff. He had the ability to put parental controls on my stuff. Tommy grew up so goddamn hard or whatever, my dad wouldn't even have dared. He wouldn't even have dared. He knew if I put parental controls on Tommy, it's going to be a whole nother Tommy. And he didn't want to see that Tommy. He liked his son Tom. Tommy, and all that. But anyways, we're trying to get in this game of Halo 5. This recording thing's pretty hard too. Sometimes... Oh, I see what's going on here. I was smoking way too much pot. The THC was like infesting my body. It wasn't even an enjoyable experience. It was in my eyeballs. Right now, the more you smoke, when you first, they say one of the symptoms of smoking pot is you get the fuzzy eye, but if you smoke too much of it, it literally infests your eyes too. You start itching and shit like that. So you gotta watch how much you smoke of it. Or of her. You gotta watch how much you smoke of her. And you gotta talk to her. If you talk shit about the plant, you actually piss the plant off. And the plant is inside your body. And it starts like poisoning you and all that. Same with food. If you're eating a lot of shellfish and you start talking crap about shellfish, that's how you get shellfish poisoning. Same with all different other plants and vegetables. If you've been eating a lot. I started from the ground up too, where I don't even know what food poisoning is. We just eat it and it goes through and that's all. But as you get older, it's a longer process. When I was a kid, it used to just be you're a kid, you're eating your kid fingers and it's just like that. But then when you get older, it's like, it's a way different process, but like, whoa. Like I used to eat chicken fingers, right? And all that. But now all I think about is the sacrifice of the chicken. How it's the meat of the chicken. Then I have to talk to the families of the chicken. It's like a eulogy. I can hear the families of the chicken at some farm somewhere. They're all wearing a suit and tie. And they're saying, StacksAMilli has eaten another one of our chickens again. He said, this guy's been eating at the farm for years. Like, there's a whole eulogy. The family's like, I remember 12 years ago, Thomas Perron-Slote, it's crazy. The pigs they're cleaning up and everything over it. I remember talking to the pigs back in, when I first seen the grave of the first the first time I heard about the grave of my grandpa and grandma over in Wellington County or whatever, it's next to a pig farm. It's next to a pig farm. And that's when, I believe when I was younger, I first connected to some live pigs that were talking. But I just ignored it and didn't get it. Like, it just faded away from my memory. It wasn't until I got older that I started to have a real memory in my brain. But yeah, pigs have brains. And their brains work just like a human's brain works. Except they don't speak English with their mouth. They snort and all that. But the scientists used to say they can recollect. But when I was a kid, I didn't understand what that word meant. It means just like you and me, they can talk to people with their head. They can even speak speak English with their heads when you're talking to when you're doing the hydrothalami talking or whatever. Wow, this game is taking forever to load in. But that's the truth. Now let's play some Slayer. And that's how good God is. He had me talk exactly for what I had the energy to talk for. And just like any show...
Slayer.
There you go, we're playing Slayer. I gotta sit up for this. I'm pretty good at this game. I've been playing it since Halo 1. Oh, shit. No, not Halo 1. Halo 2. SKA, Terminators, Master Chief, Major Nelson. Whoa.
Distraction.
One sword. I kind of forget the... Okay, B. My sensitivity needs to be turned up. That's all I know. I'm gonna die because my sensitivity is way off. Come on, where's my sensitivity?
Lost the lead. Gain the lead.
Lost one sword grenade. Enemy in mid. Friendly. Eyes open, Spartan. Mark spotted in mid. I'm hit.
I'm such a goof. My look sensitivity was off, and then I forget the controls. And I'm pretty high, eh? How high?
Throwing one out.
I could even up my look sensitivity. I don't live in Toronto. That's like the big city of Toronto. I'm scared of Toronto. Toronto said it's scared of me. That's funny. No, dude. There could be somebody way bigger than me in Toronto. It isn't me either. Whoa. There could be a guy just like me that has the brand of me,
I'm hit.
but has millions of dollars in Toronto, but nobody uses it. Because nobody's like me in Toronto. I don't know how to explain it. Hey, if you want to give me $5 million, I'll move to Toronto.
Positive hit.
Give me $20 million. I'll move to Toronto today. There's that Drake or whatever, but there isn't StacksAMilli.
Solid kill.
People said, yeah, there's Drake, but we want StacksAMilli. He's a good player. Everything's damn it. They said, Tom, we got better players than that.
Halfway to victory.
That's what I was doing, He was smoking a lot of marijuana. Come on, if you get a headshot, it's an instant kill or whatever. By the time you see this one on YouTube or whatever, it'll be delayed. I gotta I'm playing the game, and then when I get it back on my PC or whatever.
Green kill. Shots fired on red
2.
But that's alright, I didn't mind the ooh. You know, at first, okay, I used to say the Americans did it. But I'll admit it, I was doing it too. When I heard somebody say ooh or something, I said, what's the matter? I live in Canada, you know? But, because most people, they don't care. I ate a clubhouse sandwich last night, and today I ate a clubhouse sandwich. Do you see how the clubhouse sandwich affected that guy? And it affected me too. Yeah, but with the people that you make happy for it.
Hey!
5 minutes remain.
Stacks has got the energy sword. Let's see.
Down him. Shields are full.